What's up, everybody? Welcome back for the next race. Fuck yeah. Alright, so, gonna be racing this track for the first time in this game, Honey Creek Raceway, so, yeah, seems like it'll be fun, so let's get this motherfucking show on the road. Oh, okay. This is weird. Going kind of backwards around an oval. Although maybe that's just how this track is run. Interesting.
Green flag, go!
Oh, shit. Okay, so there's an infield here. So we're going to be racing an infield thing. Oh, shit. Get off me, Foyt, you bitch. Oh, that's what they meant. So this is basically like the Milwaukee Mile infield circuit. I didn't know the Milwaukee Mile had an infield circuit. I mean, it is a, 1 mile track, so wouldn't be unreasonable to suspect that there would be, but yeah, I never thought of that. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, surprisingly large infield circuit for this track. Kind of surprised. Then again, if you manage your space properly, you can do a lot with it. Okay, so this Honey Creek thing is basically like the Milwaukee Mile infield road course. Shit. Fucking fuck. That is a sharp-ass motherfucking turn. Yeah, I wonder if like they still use the infield circuit for the Milwaukee Mile for any like, racing series. Because I know they don't use it for NASCAR. In fact, I don't think NASCAR has raced there in a while. Although I think actually the Truck Series might be racing there this year. So that's pretty cool. They're also bringing back North Wilkesboro. So that would be cool if they come out with like the next NASCAR game, getting to race some different kind of tracks. Also, if they add like the Chicago street course to it, that'd be cool too. And assuming that the game doesn't suck. But yeah, speaking of games that don't suck, I'm actually enjoying this game quite a bit. Would I say that this game is, amazing? No. But it's pretty solid. Not bad. Seems to run pretty well. Not really any, like, super bad frame rate drops or any shit like that that would render the game unplayable. Seems to run fairly well at a, obviously not a 60 frames per second kind of game, but the frame rate that it does have seems to run pretty well at this, the game seems to run pretty well at this frame rate. The graphics are pretty decent. Some of the tire turning, though, is a little bit silly looking, but the actual, like, graphics are decent enough for sure, in my opinion. Then again, to be fair, I do have pretty low standards when it comes to graphics. Again, you're dealing with a kid here who fucking grew up playing a Sega Genesis, so Yeah, when it comes to graphics, I'm pretty lenient with that shit. Like, a game doesn't have to have the best graphics necessarily to be a good game. I mean, is that shit cool? Yeah, it's obviously cool to see a game with really stellar graphics, but at the same time, a game doesn't necessarily need to have, like, unbelievably good graphics to be a good game. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Again, I never knew that the Milwaukee Mile actually had like a dedicated infield circuit with its own name even, the Honey Creek thing. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that the Milwaukee Mile would be big enough to have that big of a infield circuit, but apparently I was wrong. Again, I mean, the track is 1 mile long. The mile is a pretty decent amount of space, so yeah, I guess it makes sense now that I think about it. You think to yourself, oh yeah, a mile track, that's not that big, but it's actually a lot bigger than you realize. It just sometimes doesn't seem like it because you got these massive super speedways like fucking Talladega and Daytona, which are just fucking massive. We forget sometimes that some of these smaller tracks, yeah, they're technically like smaller tracks, but they're still pretty big. Yeah, it's basically the Milwaukee Mile infield circuit. I gotta say, I like it. Very challenging. Definitely got some tough turns for sure. Gotta stay on top of my shit. Just try to do what I do. Yeah, I have a feeling this one's definitely going to be a longer race. But I guess 10 laps is the shortest amount of laps you can do in this game. If I had my way, I'd do just probably like 5 laps on every track, but the shortest amount they let you do is 10. Yeah, I'm not typically an endurance racer. I'm more of a quick racer. I like to do shorter races. That way I can, you know, get more races in, do a different variety of stuff. That's just kind of my personal style, I guess. But I'm still enjoying myself, for sure. I don't necessarily hate longer races or anything. Oh shit, got really off there. I was going to see if I could coast there, but didn't quite work out. Ah, well. You know, sometimes you got to try different things to see if it works. That time clearly it did not work, but I learned something. I learned how not to do that effectively. Sometimes knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Sometimes if you don't know what to do, sometimes knowing what not to do can be helpful. It can help you figure out what to do and what's the best way of going about things. That's true in racing, and it's also true in life. I don't know why I'm getting so philosophical. This race is dragging on for too long, damn it. I'm starting to get philosophical. I'm not drunk enough to be philosophical. Then again, I don't really need to be drunk for that. But it helps. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to be pushing it too much there.
It's the final lap.
All right, final lap. Here we go. I just got to not fuck up. Oh, shit. Speaking of fucking up, Jesus. Talk about jinxing myself. Boy, I really jinxed myself there. That was fucking stupid. All I have to do is not fuck up. Whoops, I fucked up. Good God, I'm a fucking retard sometimes. God damn, these are some long-ass races. I know that they say that they're short races, but these sure as hell don't feel like short races. God damn. Fun game, though. I gotta say, I'm enjoying this. It's an interesting look back at the history of motorsports.
Car number 3 takes the checkered
Pays homage
flag.
to the racing of the 1960s. Very cool. Very cool, for sure. All right, well, guys, that will do it for that one. So stay tuned for the next race, which will be the last one in this game, and then it'll be on to the next racing game. So stay tuned for that coming up next. Until then, peace out.